But since I'm a grandpap and a great-grandpap, I could see, although I don't got a grandma chase me, you know, and going to town and getting, well, first Grandpa would start off just some of the recipes sitting around, you know, and he kept it hidden, and loved to sing country western, go to square dances, and Grandma always said he was catting around with all the other old women, you know, but he wasn't. He was just having a good time, enjoying life, and she didn't have nothing to do either but try to keep Grandpap straight. Well, he hid his bottle, you know, and he'd keep hiding his bottle, and she'd follow him around and find his bottle and growl him out, and sometimes pour it out, and so then he got to going to town. He'd go to town to the clubs, and he'd get too much to drink, and he'd come home pretty well smashed up sometimes, walked all the time, and then after he's seen what the booze is doing to him, and he's coming home singing, and he was gone more when he was going to town for booze than he was when he had the bottle around. And she went to the doctor to see what the doctor said about him. Well, the doctor told me, said, if you don't get him to slow up on his drinking, it'll finally kill him. Well, she said, I don't know what to, have you any idea? He said, well, if he won't listen to you and quit drinking, you're going to have to just scare him. You're scared at him. Put the fear in him. Well, she said, I have no idea. Pap ain't afraid of nothing. And so he said, well, I'll have him in here in a month to check him out, see how he's, you know, for blood pressure and all. He said, his checkup's coming up. He said, do what you can do. He said, I would like to help you, but I don't know how to help you. And so anyhow, it was in the fall of the year, and everything was going along pretty good, and Pap was still making his trips to town. And all at once, one night, Halloweeners come to her door, all dressed in these sheets over their heads, and masks on, and all hoo-doo-doo, and all. Grandma got the idea, said, ha! Now, I'll scare Pap out of that. So she gets a sheet and gets in front of the mirror. She cuts eye holes in it and puts it over her head, and boy, she's ready to Halloween. But she's only after one guy, that old grandpap. So, you taking my picture?
It's my phone.
Yeah, I don't trust none of that Hollywood stuff.
But you're more Hollywood than we are.
But anyhow, Grandpa, he went to town this night, and she's sort of getting late in the evening. Pap, she looked at the watch and clock, and oh, Pap ought to be home by now. Well, he'll be coming home. So she takes her sheet and she heads down the road to meet him. And she hears him coming. He's singing his old country western, bouncing off of bushes and banks, and just having a good time. Anyhow, when he got within about 25, 30 feet of her, she stood out in the road with this sheet over her head and said, ooh, ooh. Grandpa stopped. Grandpa said, who are you? He kept right on walking. He walked right up, ooh, 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 I'm a devil from hell. If you don't quit your drinking, I'm going to have your soul. Grandpa says, shake hands, mister, I'm married to your sister. You didn't know I was a storyteller?
I knew you were.
Huh? I didn't want you to know that if I was a storyteller.